Hi everyone, good to see you again all. I hope you all will be fine. Please check Iraq latest news updates. Mudaffar Al-Jubouri, Iraq's ambassador to the UAE, and members of the delegation met with Abdullah Sultan Al Owais, chairman of the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry (SCCI), at the SCCI headquarters in Sharjah to discuss preparations for the first Gulf-Iraqi Business Forum, which will take place on September 26 and 27. The forum's primary goals, which include stimulating growth in Gulf-Iraqi trade and investment relations, amplifying joint investments, and raising the trade exchange value between the interested parties, were discussed by both sides. The warm welcome that Al Owais gave to the Iraqi delegation highlighted the strong links and kinship that the UAE and Iraq share. He also highlighted the strong economic and commercial ties that exist between Iraq and the GCC nations, particularly the UAE and the Emirate of Sharjah. The Gulf-Iraqi Business Forum seeks to take advantage of the already solid relations and tap into their potential for greater economic growth, while also acknowledging Iraq's standing as an important trading partner of the United Arab Emirates. It also aims to make a substantial contribution to the growth of economic, trade, and investment cooperation among the member countries. A number of panel talks on important subjects, including food security, agriculture, banking and financial services, investments, energy generation, infrastructure development, healthcare, youth empowerment, higher education, and vocational training, are on the program for the event. Additionally present at the meeting were Muhammad Ahmed Amin Al-Awadi, Director General of the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry (SCCI), Abdulaziz Muhammad Shataf, Assistant Director General of the Sharjah Chamber's Communication and Business Sector, and Fatima Khalifa Al-Mukrab, Director of the Chamber's International Relations Department. And Saudi Arabia is eager to play a significant role in the $17 billion major railway project in Iraq, and 10 Middle Eastern countries expressed their desire to take part in the project. In a few days, a Saudi delegation is scheduled to travel to Iraq to discuss further details of the project. The Iraqi Minister of Transport, Razak al-Sadawi, held bilateral talks on Monday with his Saudi counterpart, Salah al-Jasser, on railway projects and air flights between the two countries. During a meeting both ministers held on the sidelines of the Sustainable Maritime Industry Conference (SMIC), held in the Saudi city of Jeddah, al-Jasser said that his country is eager to carry out the railway project between Saudi Arabia and Iraq, according to the Iraqi news agency INA. The discussions between the two ministers addressed the details of the development road project Iraq is working on. Iraqi lawmaker Bakir al-Sadi explained that 10 countries expressed interest in participating in the development road project. The 10 countries may include Iran, Turkey, Jordan and Syria, as well as the 6 countries of the Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC). Al-Sadi elaborated that the desire of these Middle Eastern countries reflects the fact that Iraq is becoming stable and safe. The development road is the name given by the Iraqi government to what was known as the dry canal that connects the Al-Fawr Grand Port in southern Iraq with the Turkish territories through railway networks and roads. It will extend for 1,200 kilometers from Al-Fawr port town in southern Iraq to Faish Kabir town in the northern Iraqi governorate of Duhok. The development road includes a railway where electric trains will pass through 10 Iraqi governorates. In a joint press conference held in March with the Turkish president, the Iraqi Prime Minister, Mohammad Shia al-Sudani, stated that the development road represents a global corridor to transport goods and energy. The Prime Minister illustrated that the project includes a railway to transport goods, with a capacity of 3.5 million tons in its first phase that will be increased to 7.5 million tons in the second phase. Al-Sudani elaborated that the project will also include a highway for land transport and pipelines to transport energy, in addition to the Al-Four Grand Port and the industrial city expected to be one of the largest in the Middle East. The Iraqi premier added that the project will generate many job opportunities for Iraq and the countries of the region, as well as opportunities for industries and businessmen, and it will be a center attracting global trade. And the spokesperson of the Iraqi Foreign Ministry, Ahmed al-Sahav, announced on Tuesday that Foreign Minister Fuad Hussein discussed with his Kuwaiti counterpart Salem al-Sabah bilateral relations and common interests. Al-Sahav told the Iraqi news agency INA that Hussein received a phone call from the Kuwaiti foreign minister where they discussed the significant bilateral relations between the two countries and the latest developments in the region. The talks came one day after Iraq's Federal Supreme Court annulled the ratification of the Maritime Navigation Agreement with Kuwait. The Federal Supreme Court in Iraq issued a decision that the ratification law of the agreement regulating navigation in Khor Abdullah is unconstitutional. The Federal Supreme Court clarified that the ratification of international treaties and agreements, according to the Iraqi constitution, should be regulated by law enacted by a two-thirds majority in the Iraqi parliament. The Khor Abdullah is an estuary located in southern Iraq and northern Kuwait. The border between both countries divides the lower part of the estuary, but adjacent to the port of Qasr, the estuary becomes entirely Iraqi. The Iraqi foreign minister met last July with al-Sabah in Baghdad, where they emphasized the need to resolve border issues. Both officials said at that time that their countries would work towards reaching a definitive agreement on the demarcation of their land in addition to the contested maritime area of the Arabian Gulf. Experts see that the two countries are trying to solve the decades-long issues that followed Saddam Hussein's invasion of Kuwait in 1990. Thanks, take care.